The STEM Society.
Welcome back to your weekly album check-in. My name is Cole Jackson, your culture critic, your hip-hop commentator. I'm the people's champ. We are back for another week. I'm doing something completely different. I had some albums I wanted to do critiques on. I'm not doing it this week. We have a very major battle, Joey Bada versus the West Coast, or the East Coast versus the West Coast, or Joey Bada versus Ray and Light. Whatever you want to call it, we just came off of one of the best battles or the most fun battles I've seen in a while. Niggas was really rapping out here. Like, it was some bars being spit. Now, I'm not gonna break down and beat by beat who won and who lost. I wanted to just spotlight songs that I thought were the best songs throughout the whole battle. I want to put it just a spotlight on what I enjoyed. And you may have your own opinion. And if you do have your own opinion, put it in the comments. Let me know what you enjoyed. But I got 4 songs that I think were very big, just huge songs that came out of this battle, which I thought expressed showmanship, expressed bars, and just showed that it was people coming out of the woodworks trying to let niggas know they not scared to rap.
New releases.
So this was like my sleeper song of the whole thing. What Would You Do by AZ Chake? He came out and I didn't expect him to drop something like this. And he killed it on the showmanship side of things with the beat, with the dog pound beat, with his cadence. I like how he sounded like he was creeping around. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to sneak up on him. I thought AZ Check did a great job. It's not the best song in the world lyrically, but he still remained as one of the people who surprised me with how he dropped this song, what he came with. The bar that stood out for me most was this.
Watch rappers, this is not 2013. Nothing to worry about. Why the fans want to alert me out? This whole class he came up with. This nigga third stream in front of the streets, but best believe he won't be my first fiend. Everybody from TDE got put on. You the only one out your group that still makes songs. And fuck that bullshit you wrote for Post Malone. And barely that, it wouldn't work and start to act. This nigga think he can take a break and come back. Fuck us up with that. What I got, a lyrical miracle, whip your ass, another body for the West, nigga, tear my glass.
Is it heavy on the bars? Not really, man. I mean, you could tell he was putting this out here just for fanfare and just to be able to show solidarity, which I think is cool. But at the end of the day, this song was really a slap more than anything else. It really wasn't something that was super important to the beef. I would love to hear AZ Chake put this on his album, and I'd like to hear it again. If he can get it, Daz Dillinger, if you hearing this, clear the sample, bro, and let him put this on his album, man, because this shit is heat. He got a fire. This a fire-ass song. The cadence works. Everything about this song is good. It's just not really built for battling. It's built more for a single or for streaming on DSP. But I will most definitely run this song back several times. The shit is heat. AZ Chake, you did a pretty good job with coming out with something that I can respect as a song, but not a diss track. I was in a Twitter Spaces with Rory and Damaris and Reason. Reason said something in that Twitter space that made a lot of sense. He said, yo, Joey was going at this by himself. I had to throw a grenade into New York and make some rappers come out and rap, which he did. He had a lot of rappers that came out. J1, noticeably one of the ones that came out. His song was shaky at best. Kai fucking Cash. Kai Cash dropped Knicks in 6. One of the better songs out of the New York side of things that I had heard throughout this whole battle. I don't know why people aren't talking about this song more, but Knicks in 6, Kai Cash killed it. Now, I had heard Kai Cash earlier this month. He had a song called Mentally Unstable, and I ended up putting that on my playlist, which is called In the Loop. Cole Jackson Presents In the Loop. It's a playlist that's on Spotify and on Tidal. You go out and listen to it, but when I heard Mentally Unstable, I automatically put that in my playlist. And my God, he completely came out here and he was aiming. His wordplay was great. I enjoyed the bars. Here's the bar that stood out the most to me.
A nigga say NY down way bad just gave me more of a reason. And I do got love for the West, respect, I'll keep it a buck, I'm honest. Might go and get a hit from Jason Martin, a little assist from Problem. Might link with Soul, go ball for ball and soak up game, I'm on it. I push through in a red rose, white ceiling, I might go JC on him. How you get to the top then leave? You should've fought more Bob than weaved. You in a war zone, Robert Lee. Just stay clear of the bombs and beams. I got time today and tomorrow, even it ain't no problem for me.
Few things from this bar which I respected a whole lot. One, the red rose, white ceiling. The Game went and he was doing a freestyle for a whole year, and he started it every time with Red Rose, White Ceilings. I thought it was clever how he took The Game, go JC on him, and he did this Red Rose, White Ceilings. Cash Cow, you a smart dude. You a smart dude. Another thing that people might not know, Jason Martin used to be named Problem. That was his rap name before he changed it. And for him to say he might get a little assist from Problem, I thought that was so cool too. He was doing some very smart wordplay. He had some very, very smart bars. That was just that was the bar, those were the bars that stood out the most to me throughout his whole song. I love Nixon 6. This is one of my favorite songs from out the whole battle. I think Kai Cash deserves a lot more credit than what people are saying because he was one of the biggest standouts from the New York side of things outside of Joey Badass. Nixon 6 is a phenomenal song. It's great. I thought he did a great job going at these niggas. I think he was one of the best soldiers throughout the whole rap battle. GoldenEye by Ray Vaughn. My favorite song from his side throughout the whole battle. I call Ray Vaughn the lyrical crash out. I love this song. I love the fact that he took Back Down and flipped it and made it West Coast. I love the fact that he started the whole song on the attack. This was actually the standout bar for me.
Holy shit, a guy get back on Troy and ain't say shit. Heard he out here begging for Doc. I let the case spit get smacked down, thinking re-wrestling with all them Ray flips. Little shots ain't hurt Von Wick, I'm in the Matrix. Electrician, oh, he out here flexing with his power jack. Had a nigga pushing up daisies, it's a flower set. You trooping with this nigga, then why y'all ain't deployed? I heard you was sliding on Diddy, but won't slide for your...
The lyrical crash out is becoming my MVP of 2025. And I know we're in May, and I know we got a whole lot more music to come out, but his album is fire. What the showing that he put on in this battle was fire. He did some great diss tracks. He might have had one miss throughout the whole thing. But when you have a cadence like he has, when you have the energy that he has, that nigga's on go. The pen game is there. Everything was there. This is his best song from the whole entire battle. I said it once, I'll say it again. And I think he needs to get a lot more respect for standing his ground with Joey. Joey's been in the game for 10 years. 10 years strong. And he hung with this nigga. That says a lot about somebody in a battle that he really shouldn't have been hanging with. He shouldn't even been in this. But he took it upon himself to step up to the plate just to test himself. We ain't got enough rappers doing that kind of shit, bruh. Got everything that we've been looking for when it comes to the new rappers. People complain about these new rappers more than they do give them praise. I'll be the first one to say the lyrical crash out deserves way more praise than what he's been getting. Salute to Ray Vaughn. You stood tall against this nigga, bro. You carried the West on your back with this whole thing. So salute to you, man. Let me just tell you right now, the best song out of the whole battle. Best song out of the whole battle. I enjoyed this song. I kept running it back. The showmanship Joey showed by having Loaded Lux as his feature made a lot of sense. A lot of people don't know there's history between Loaded Lux and Daylight in the rap battle world. Genius. Genius. The TDE stuff that he had been pushing earlier in the week. Genius. Genius. This was one of my favorite bars in the whole song right here.
Still asked out, the thirst for attention is sad. Nothing you could say could take away that such shit you said on Vlad. I would say I'ma get on your ass, but you might like that. Smoking all you niggas in the blunt. This the light pack, the irony for months. They told Joey to fight back. Now every punchline they need a crutch and an ice pack. I'm silly with the uppercuts, video proof. Fuck y'all niggas still tweeting for. Get in the booth, I'm really the truth. Y'all better off calling the truth. Better yet, get the general. I'm killing his troops. I put the last nigga in a body bag. Now I just spun back to get his dog tag. Thought I told y'all, niggas ain't fucking with me rhyme for rhyme. They ain't war ready, they more ready for Comic-Con.
Joey addressed everybody. He addressed Ray Vaughn. He addressed Daylight. He even addressed Dot in this song. He covered all of his bases in one song, and it wasn't even 7 minutes. Sometimes it doesn't always have to be about intricate bars. Sometimes it's everything that's around it. The Loaded Lux feature. Those things is what made the song, to me, the best song out here. The bars were there. He was already eating niggas up. Even using Genevieve in the beginning of the song. Like, he played his hand very well. even though he wasn't super intricate like Daylight was, he still got his point across and he was still rapping. It kills me to hear people say, I didn't know Joey Badass could rap like this. Even niggas who from New York was like, I didn't know Joey Badass. The top hip hop talking heads from New York was just like, I didn't know Joey was doing this. Bro, he was killing shit in his past albums. I don't know what they was listening to, but I was listening to somebody who was very strong lyrically and could grow from what he had been putting out there. And this showed how much growth he's had since he's been out from the very beginning. When I heard this song, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I knew nobody was touching him after this. He became Teflon after this. Joey Badass did everything right with this beef or battle or whatever you want to call it. Even though he had a little bit of help from the New York guys, he held his own. He waved the flag proudly, and I think a lot of people should be taking a lot more notice of what Joey Badass did this whole battle. I enjoyed this. This is my favorite song out of the whole thing. I cannot wait till this album drops. He just had an interview that dropped. I didn't see the interview yet, but my timeline is blowed up with saying that he's going to drop his album this year. It's sold. It's sold. I'm buying that album. Day one. It's a day one purchase. This man sat up here and took on the whole West Coast, bro, by himself, basically. And for people to sit up here and just not acknowledge that is crazy to me. I love this whole battle. I love the whole back and forth. I think we need more of this when it comes to rap. After everything is said and done, those were my favorite songs throughout the whole battle. I know I didn't have a Daylight song in there. I don't care. Daylight just went over my head too much. I couldn't fuck with it. But those are my favorite songs out of the whole battle. This was a fun time. Rappers were rapping. Rappers were dropping songs like very close proximity, like minutes between each other. It really took me back to the Drake Kendrick battle, and it was fun. Everybody kept it hip hop, and that's what I like about this whole thing. But those are the 4 standout songs I had for this whole battle. What are your 4 favorite songs? What are the songs that you think stood out of everything throughout this whole battle? Tell me in the comments and let me know. And challenge me on mine. If you think you didn't like any of the picks that I made, you can challenge me on that. We'll have a conversation about it. That's all I got for the weekly check-in. I hope you guys had a great time. If you're enjoying my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys give me some likes, some comments, help the channel grow. My name is Cole Jackson. I am your culture commentator. I am your hip-hop critic. I am the people's champion. I will catch you guys next episode. Peace out.